Hello, Internetizens. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brendan, and today we have on board Unstoppable. This is the latest game in the Solo Hero series by Renegade Game Studios. Actually plays one or two players, but yeah. This is a solo or co-op, basically a card crafting or deck building game where you'll be trying to take out a boss before you die. So what makes it a card crafting game is that all of your cards have like this little empty spot over here, and there are various upgrade cards that can either fit into the top or bottom of that card, which changes how the card works. But the interesting thing about this game is that on the back of all the cards are the enemies that you'll be fighting, which you'll see my deck is laid out here, and various threats that are attacking me. And so when you upgrade a card, oftentimes it'll say on the bottom what that card's going to add to the enemy on the other side. So as you make your own deck stronger, the enemies also get stronger. Um, so yeah, the ultimate goal is to take out the boss. There's three different bosses in the box. Today we'll be fighting the Triumvirate. The Triumvirate has three location cards that have to be, two of them have to be dealt with before you can damage the boss. Once you've taken out two of them, the boss itself has 5 health. So the boss will be putting in these Triumvirate minions into our deck, which on the backside will have different enemies. When we defeat them, they will do damage to a boss or one of its locations. Gameplay is actually really simple. It's all kind of laid out here on the turn sequence on the player mat. Basically, you get 3 action points per turn. Different cards cost different amounts of action points. So this basic strike my deck starts with costs 1 action point. The spare credits cost 0 action points. You get 3 a turn. You can accrue more through sometimes cards will give you back actions, like this one gives you actions when you exhaust an ally. Other cards like upgrades will make it cost less to play, that kind of thing. But yeah, you can spend your actions to attack threats that are either that are going to attack you or that are on top of your deck. Every time we go through our deck, we will level up. There's like this white disc up here, which is pointing to one of these 6 piles. When we level up, we permanently get access to stronger cards. Every turn before you start playing cards and attacking things, there's a draft phase. You take the top 3 cards of the deck where your small disc currently is, and you get to pick. Actually, you can do top 3 of the deck where your disc currently is, or before. Actually, that's a clarification from the designer. But yeah, you'll pick one of those cards to put into your hand immediately. So every turn you draft 1 new card, but it also gives you a random enemy from the threat deck on the back of it that you don't get to see until later. What else? Threats will do damage to you if you don't defeat them, as you might expect. Any action, you can't save action points between turns. That's mostly all the rules. We're going to be playing on hard today. So there's normal, hard, and expert. I've played 4 or 5 games on normal. I haven't lost yet, so I'm going to try hard. First time on camera. When you play on hard or expert, or normal, I guess, any colored boxes that match the color of your difficulty, you skip over them. So for the Triumvirate, if we were playing on expert, which is red, and when at the end of the turn, the threat level would immediately go to 1 after the first turn of the game. And the threat level, anytime you see a skull on one of the enemies, that number is equal to the current threat. So right now, this enemy does 1 damage to me, and the health of an enemy is equal to its damage plus any gray health that it has. So right now, this guy has 1 health, but in 2 turns, he'll have 2 health, 1 from his damage and 1 from his extra health. And this guy will also have 2 health, but he'll do 2 damage because the orange is damage. So, and we start with 10 health. And there's this armor mechanic, which kind of works like, Slay the Spire, any of those kind of games where you get armor for a turn, it goes away at the end of the turn, so protects you for that turn. There's 4 different characters in the base game. We're playing as Julida. You have like 7 basic cards in your deck, and then you have 3 cards that are unique to your character. There's 4 different factions in the game. Julida has 2 cards of like the Bug faction and 1 card of the Council faction. So that'll be kind of important for what we draft and deck build into, maybe, because sometimes the certain effects will trigger off of other cards of factions and stuff. So we'll be looking at that as we play. That's basically all the rules. There's some like different keywords on enemies and stuff. We'll explain those as they come out and as they matter. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So first thing we do is upkeep. We gain 3 action tokens. So we've got some action tokens over here. We get 3 each turn. We refresh allies. So allies will stay in front of you until you level up. Then they all of your, or if some other effect gets rid of them, then they get discarded. They come back out later. But yeah, you can tap them or exhaust them usually once per turn, but there's certain other ways to refresh them. But at the beginning of your turn, all of your allies refresh. So we'll draw 3 cards from a core deck. So that's where our disc currently is, which is here. So we'll look at these top 3 cards, and then we're going to choose one, put the other 2 on the bottom. Let's see here. So this one is an ally. It costs 2 to play, but when we exhaust it, we discard a card and do 3 damage. Another ally, which gives us shield, and if we have more of this type of faction in our hand or in play, we get to do more damage. But our deck does not start with any card of that faction, so I'm not going to go for that, I don't think. This one is cost 2, but does 2 damage, and you get to refresh allies. That will be good eventually. This one wants unique factions. If unite is 4, if X is 4+, gain 1 money. Discarding a card to do 3 damage. I mean, it's like first turn of the game, so this ally will get to stay out for at least a little while. Let's look at the upgrades before we decide this. This card costs 2 less actions to play. We could put that on here to make this a free ally to play. That seems really good. There's also this thing, and oh, this isn't a bug ally. Dang, this one is though. So we could put this on the bug ally for cheaper because of this ability down here. It just costs 2 less to put on a bug ally. So for 3, we could put it on this ally. Costs 2 to play it, but then every time we exhaust it, we gain an action and 2 shield. It's pretty good. The back side will be taunt for that card. Taunt forces you to attack taunt enemies before you attack other enemies. Oh wait, this isn't an ally. I don't know what I'm thinking here. So I can't put this. This can only go on an ally, and it only gets cheaper for a bug ally. So I don't think we'll be doing that. Probably go for this with the passionate diplomat. I think it does require us to discard a card to do damage, though. We could make this free to play with this card. It's a free 2 damage, and we refresh allies. There is 1 ally, I believe, in my deck already. Man. Man. Gain the top card. This is a cheap upgrade, but it gives 2 damage to the other side as well, which is not spectacular. Definitely don't want this card. Let's just put that out of the way. Technically, that's on the bottom of the deck, but whatever. Man, first turn of the game, already struggling to make a decision here. Unite X4 is like really hard to do. 4 different factions. That's all 4 factions in play. This one stays in play. It makes me discard cards continuously though to do damage. If I take this, I can play it for free with that. It's free 2 damage. So I think we're going to take this card, I guess. So we slot that into a random enemy from the top of the threat deck. So we don't know what that's going to be. So, all right, so this is in our hand now. It costs 2 to play currently, but we've got some other cards. So let's go ahead and play this for 1 more credit. That puts us to 4. Then we can buy this upgrade on that card we just got. So new upgrade flips out immediately. Oh, another one of those, but on the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and slot that into our new card we just got. So you'll see here how it shows up in this little side panel. So now we can play this for 0 cost because it costs 2 less. It does 2 damage and then refresh X allies, where X is the number of cards of this faction. So we don't have any allies to refresh, but 2 damage is 2 damage. Everything has 1 health anyway, though. But whatever. So maybe I should save this card. Maybe I will save that card. Just because I don't need 2 damage currently. It's a free action. Let's just play one of these for what? Okay. I didn't spend those credits. I needed to spend those credits. That was 4 cost, right? Yep, that was 4 costs. Sorry, let's not cheat. There we go. 4 credits spent. Now I have that upgrade. So let's play this for 1 action. So we'll get rid of an action token. We'll hit this enemy. When defeated, we get 1 credit. So that gives us back to 1 money. This is our unique card. It moves the disc forward. That's really good. And then we can gain shield. Oh yeah, important thing to note is that every time you see a separate instance of damage, that all of that damage has to go to 1 card. But if a card had 2, so for example, this has 4 different 2s on it, that could be applied to 4 different cards, you know, unless there was taunt or something else. So, but yeah, each instance can only is applied to 1 card, but you can split them. You can split different instances even on the same card or effect. Okay, I want to get my disc forward to start recruiting better cards early. This adds cards to your hand. That's really good. We could upgrade this card with some damage too, actually. Maybe we do that. Let's spend 1 to put 2 damage. 2 damage is also... Is there a better thing I could do? That's only for an ally. That gets better on a... Oh, this is free on a council card. Do I have a council card in my hand? Nope. I'll just remember that for later. Let's make this do some damage. Hopefully the other card isn't too bad. I don't remember what it is. So then we spend our credit. This gets replaced. Cost 2 on a bug. Okay. So we'll play this. This advances our small disc, so that temporarily lets us get cards from a farther up deck. Focus X. So we have 1. So focus is based on how many of the same faction you have in play and in hand. So there's 1 plus another one from our hand. So that's 2 armor. I don't think we're gonna need it, but whatever. So we moved our disc. We took the shield. We get the 2 damage. We'll just these both the same enemy. So we'll just take one of those in our hand. That costs 1 action. I don't think I did that yet. All right, we've got 1 action left. Yeah, I'd like to save this card for the future, for when we have an ally. So we'll play this 1 damage card for our last action, which will do this 1 damage to this enemy, which goes to our hand. So we're out of actions. I think we're going to save these last. We got 2 basic strikes and then our good card in our hand. So we're just going to save those for next turn. So threat phase, threats would do damage to us. There's none out. So now we discard all played tactics. So all these will go to the actual discard pile now. Lose unspent action points, reset armor to 0. Refill the battlefield, active threats. So normally you put 3 out there, but sometimes fast enemies can... Okay, here's one of the boss threats. Ooh, speaking of which, there's a fast enemy right there. So normally you put out 3, but if there's a fast or a threat on top, those effects can still happen. So we have 4 enemies out. But one of them lets us do damage to another enemy when we play it, so that'll be good. Can take out that guy, do damage to that guy. And take out that guy, do damage to that guy. Okay, refill the battlefield is done. Now we advance this token. So we're playing on hard, not expert. So we don't skip that one. So we're still at threat level 0. But turn after this, all these enemies will start being beefier and healthier. So gotta look out for that. Okay, so upkeep, gain 3 action. Draw 3 from the core deck. So we'll take this leveled up core deck, and then this resets after you draft. Let's see what the top 3 are. Ooh, this thing gives you an action and a credit every time you exhaust it. Okay, move the disc forward. I like that. And we get to recruit a card based on Unite. And Unite is different factions. So right now we've got 1 bug in our hand, so that would be 2. So we could look at the level 2 deck. Look at the top 3 of the level 2 deck. Add 1 to our hand and put the others on the bottom. This one's really expensive to play, but we could reduce the cost. We don't have any money though right now is the problem. We can really only get 1 credit this turn. I like this card pushes our disc and lets us recruit additional cards. Like if we need more damage in that turn, we can take damage. New plan. I like this card. It is going to clog up our deck though, because we're just going to keep recruiting and recruiting. So I'm a little worried about that. This does 3 damage. It costs 2. Just don't have a lot of money right now. Wish I had more money so I could make this cheaper. It costs all my actions. Don't like that. I have to take this just because we don't have anything better. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're going to take that. So I'll put those other 2 on the bottom. We'll just put them over there. So we'll slot that new card into this. Okay, so that goes to our hand. Now we're in the main phase. So before we play that, let's try to there's not a lot of cards left in my deck, so I am going to level up, I think, at the end of this turn. Or I could purposely delay it if I want to get a little bit of a stronger hand before I level up. Level up makes you go down to 3 cards and you lose all your allies, but I haven't found my ally yet. I think it's probably this card. Might be one of those cards. I just realized this costs 1 action, and then but it just like draws as a card. It's kind of not great. I have regrets already. I have no money. Okay. So we'll play two basic strikes. That's 2 actions. We'll do damage to this thing. When defeated, do 4 damage. We'll do that 4 damage to this thing with 2 health, which means we draw this card. This one is a Triumvirate minion. When this card enters your hand or enters play, do 1 damage to the boss and put it in your discard pile. All right, sorry for that abrupt cut there. I have a sick 4-year-old in my house. Anyway, getting back to where we were, I defeated a threat, which defeated another threat. So that gave me a credit. That did some boss damage. So we did 1 damage to this bottom location here. So it had 3 health. Now it has 2. I have 1 action left, and I'm trying to decide if I can, because I have like 2 cards left in my deck plus these 2. So if I level up without being able to do much damage next turn, that will be annoying. So I really want to keep these cards for next turn so they can stay out much, like this ally can stay out much longer. But the only card I have left is this card, which, oh yeah, that's right. If I do this card, okay, so this card says it costs 2, but it costs 2 less if you add to a council card, which is what this is. So it's free to add to this card. So I'm going to do that. And I am going to play this card. So it costs 1 action. It's my last action. So I move my small disc forward. I look at the top 3 cards of the level X deck, and X is my Unite. So I've got 2 different factions in my hand, so that's the top 3 cards of the level 2 deck. This one costs 0 and does damage. That might be might be the winner. Oh, I actually really like this card. So if I take this card, I can do damage to this guy, which can damage to that guy, which should level me up this turn. I can keep these cards in my hand, or I might lose one of these cards, I guess. But we'll see what I draw. That's okay, though. I think this is good. Yeah, so we'll definitely take this card, put those up there. I still have to resolve the other effect of me gaining a top card of a level 1 or level 2 deck. So this goes into my hand. And then I can gain the top card of the level 1 or level 2 deck. Thing is, I don't have to, and I'm kind of not loving they both cost 2 actions. I think I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to play this card. It costs 0. It does 1 damage. It's got this bonus where if it's first card played, you get some other stuff, but it's not my first card played, so I'll play that. That does 1 damage. This guy has 1 health. When defeated, does 1 damage. Do it to that. So this thing, when I add to my hand, does 1 damage to the boss. We'll do it to the same location again. That did damage to this, which goes to my hand. So now I have 3 cards in my hand. I think I'm about to level up, so I'm in the perfect scenario. I forgot to flip out another upgrade. That costs 2. I'm 1 credit short on that. I need to get a card that generates money, because I'm just like this card probably, if I can get 1 more or 2 more bucks to buy it. Basically, it almost pays for itself. It has no negative effects on the other side. Okay, that's all I can play though. So threat, nothing happens. Discard, all played tactics. These all go to my discard. Lose unspent action, reset armor to 0, refill the battlefield. So 1, 2. So now we're out of cards. Now we have to level up. So I advance both my discs by 1. Discard all tactics and allies from play. Discard down to 3. I have exactly 3 in my hand. Optional, I can get rid of any card in my discard. I'm going to get rid of my money card, I think. Because that enemy, I mean, it's 1 credit, costs 0. It's a taunting enemy on the back side of it. That's the annoying thing about it. You know, we're going to go with our normal strategy. We'll not try that. So we're just going to get rid of a regular strike. I don't like how those enemies scale, and they only do 1 damage. So we'll get rid of that. Resolve any boss-specific effects. When you level up, take the top card of the boss deck and put it in your discard pile. So that just adds another boss enemy to our deck. Shuffle the cards in your discard pile. Place them here, threat side up. So I'm just going to not look at what I'm doing. By the way, the game comes with all these like sleeves in the box, in case you're wondering. Otherwise, it'd be kind of impossible or ridiculous. One thing I kind of wish though that this game had like the same type of cards that Mystic Veil does, like those nice kind of plastic, clear things that go inside, as opposed to these like because like the little cardboard edges are kind of annoying when they're like you're sliding them in, they can get scuffed, or when you're shuffling this upgrade deck, it's kind of annoying because some of them are going, half of them are going on top, half of them go on bottom, and they can get kind of clumped because of the weirdness of the shuffle. All right, let's do that. Put that on top. Okay, so this is going to come out. Oh, this is a fast enemy on top, and it has taunt, a fast taunter. Whew, that is a pile of enemies I summon there. All right, so refill that, increase danger by 1. So now everything has more health, but we get to refresh some cards here. We're going to get rid of this card because I don't really like that card, that upgrade. This card costs 2 less to play. It costs 2 less on a Veer, and that's really good. Keep that. Keep the credit. This one's the same as that, but worse. So I guess we'll just get rid of this one. Ally when exhausted is pretty good. This one does 2 damage and only gives, so that's pretty good effects. We'll keep those other ones. We'll just shuffle out those 2. This one also is cheaper for Viren, or for whatever those bug people call it. Yeah, it's Viren. Man, a bunch of cheap Viren upgrade, which is good for me. Okay, so that was that effect of the refresh. So, upkeep, gain 3 actions. Now we draft from a higher deck now. Look at the top 3. I'm not looking at that other card up there. Okay, let's see here. Deal X. X is the number of silver cards in your discard pile. It's a free ally that gives me money. Kind of like that. When you first gain this card, play it for free. Till the end of the turn, all cards you play with a printed cost of 2 or more gain this effect. When played, do 2 damage. I have 1 card in my hand that costs 2. Do like a free ally that gives me money. I kind of been complaining about my lack of money. I kind of like pumping this up with something, but it's not a variant card, so it's going to be very expensive. That doesn't help me either with this card. Free money ally. This card's really not good for me because I don't have any cards like this in my deck, I don't think. I guess we're going to take this for now. It's just going to give us a lot of money this turn at least. Alright, so we slot that with the top threat card. That goes to our hand. Alright, so we're going to play this ally. Wait. Which money do we have? Yeah, we'll play this ally. We'll exhaust him for 2 credit. Gain 2 credits. Puts us up to 3. So because of our threat level, all these enemies have extra health now. So this guy is 2 health. This guy has 2 health. This guy has 2. But he does 2 when we defeat him. This guy has 3 health. This guy has 3 health. Kind of obsessed with spin down D10s. Okay, so we have to attack these 3 enemies before we attack the other ones because of the taunt. This one will do 2 to something else. We could boom, bam. Then we have 3 more damage to take out. Okay, the other part of this thing says you may move all upgrades from the market to the bottom and refill the market. I don't really want to do that. I do like some of these. This one costs 1 to add to a Viren. This one costs 2 to add to a Viren. I don't really need that right now. This one is free to add to a Viren. Don't need this card right now. Don't need this card right now. I would like to get this thing that gives me money. If I buy it and then I play it, kind of get my money back. Then what do I do with that 2 money? Wish I could buy this and this. Or this, I mean. This gives me an action. It only costs 1 to add to a Viren card. The strike only does 1 damage, so if we upgrade it to do 3 damage, that might be more useful. Don't remember what this card is. If we buy that, we'll have 1 credit left. Then we're not going to get the credit gainer. I really want to do damage, but I also like to have money to buy things. I mean, this is giving me money every turn, so I should be okay, I guess, on money. Maybe I just focus a little bit on damage for now since everything's swarming me. I'm going to skip this step next turn. If I buy this, I play it with a card. I get $2, and I can put that into something. This is only usable on a tactic, though. I have to use it on this tactic and then lose the damage. feel like I need the damage right now. So I'm gonna spin 2 to put this into this card. That's a good upgrade. Costs 3 if it goes in a council card. We don't have any council cards right now. This does 3 damage. I think we just play this now. So that costs 1 action. It does 3 damage. I'll do it to this taunting enemy. So he's dead. This card goes to my hand. This costs 0, and it gives me money based on how many different factions I have. So actually 3, which is actually pretty good. Can I? There's no way I can upgrade it before I play it because everything's too expensive. This costs 3 to add to a council card. This costs 1 for, yeah, I don't think there's any way I'm going to upgrade this turn. So I'll just play this. Gives me $3 because I have a bug in my hand, this card, and this card, so that's 3. So I'll play that, get $3. Now we have 4. Okay, I've got 2 bug cards in hand. This upgrades an ally. It's cheaper on bug allies. You exhaust, you get an action. This costs 3. We could put this on this ally to get actions back. What else can we take? Don't need that. Everything else is for tactics. This is a tactic. Could pay 1. That gives us basically a free action whenever we play this card. It adds taunt to the enemy, but taunt is like, it's not that bad. I think we pay 1 for that. So let's pay 1. Put this into a bug card. Draw a new upgrade. Cost 1 to do 2 damage, but also adds 2 damage to the other side. So this card costs 3 if you add it to a bug ally. This generates actions. So I'm going to buy that for 3, I think. Also gives me armor, which is nice. If we have enough damage, we're going to be getting a lot of actions. We're just not going to have a lot of damage. I guess this does damage, and this refreshes allies, so I think we'll be okay. Cost. Okay. So we'll go ahead and play this. When we exhaust it, first it costs an action. When we exhaust it, we get an action back, and we get 2 shield. And we also get focus X, where X is the number of cards of this faction in play. So it's just, and in hand, so it's 2. So it does 2 damage to something. So we'll do 2 damage here. When defeated, this does 2 damage, so we'll do that there. So those both come to our hand. Okay, we're feeling good right now. This lets us refresh 2 allies. Might as well just play this now. So this card doesn't cost any actions to play. It gives me an action when I play it. Focus X shield. So I have 1, 2. I have 2 bugs, so that gives me 2 more shield. Not that I'm going to need it. Does 2 damage. We'll do that here. This comes to my hand. Refresh X ally. So I have 2 focus. So that refreshes both of these guys. Okay, that card's done resolving. Okay, so we cleared all of our active threats, but we could still do damage to whatever's on top of our deck. I have a lot of actions left, and I could save this card for next turn, because this, if I play it first in a turn, it makes my other cards better. Probably going to do that. This card lets me gain up to 2 additional cards. It's expensive, but man, I wish I had. Oh, I can gain more money. I forgot. The only ally thing is that I need something that when I exhaust it, I get even more stuff. I need a way to do damage. I have no damage right now. So I'm going to exhaust this guy for 2 money. Hmm. Man, this is free to add to a bug card. I don't really need that. Bug card, don't need that. Money, wish we could buy that. Could buy that. Could technically buy this if we put it into a certain type of card. We don't have any of those cards. This costs 3 to add to a council card. Might have to wait till next turn. I could play this card right now and get some more cards in my hand. This is Unite, so I have Council, Bug, and Scrapper, whatever they're called. I think this cost Bug. We could get this card with this ability and then add this to it. Should make it do a lot more damage. Maybe we do that. So I guess I'll play this Unite. Look at the top 3 cards, level 3 deck. So look at this card, this deck. So that one's pretty good. This one costs 0, gives an action back. When this card's in play, all the cards do damage when we play them. That's a really good card. My goodness, that is expensive. 6 armor and 2 health. This one we're definitely not taking. Could buy this for this. Or we buy this because it's quite good. Then I probably just save it for next turn. Man. And after this, I could gain one of these 2 cards. I don't think I want to. I'm going to skip that probably. I don't want to get my deck too fat. I want to level up. Although, once I get rid of this threat, I can more readily take out cards from my deck, I think. Let's see here. Conspire requires... Oh, yeah, that's right. I can buy this into this if I get this. That's the other good thing. And it lets me return a card from my discard. Which is really good because I can get like an ally back after I level up, or I can get back something that lets me refresh my allies, which is also really good. All other cards do 1 damage on this, and I've been pretty good about getting 0 cost cards, which could be kind of crazy. It's only 1 damage though. Conspire. I can't conspire with this card yet. That's the other problem, is that it doesn't give me back its own action. But this is pretty good. We're gonna start building into this faction, I think. Let's just make a decision. Okay, add this to our hand. I don't know if I paid that action or not to play this card. I'll just say I didn't because I don't remember. So now we've got that card in our hand. We have nothing in our discard right now, so it's not actually useful yet. So this is still only 2 bugs in our hand, right? Yeah, that's not enough damage to finish that guy off, but knock him down to 1's probably fine. So we'll tap this to do 2 damage, knocks this down to 1. Maybe we just finish it off with a strike, actually. Yeah, might as well. No reason to hold this card in our hand. So let's pay 1 action to a strike. It takes off the less damage. So this goes to our hand. When defeated, do 4 damage. We'll do that 4 damage to this Virando. Goes to our hand. This card goes in our discard and does 1 boss damage. So we'll finish off the distribution facility, which flips it over. So now, once per turn, I can pay 2 actions to burn a card. So now I wish I had known if I had actually spent that action or not, but oh well, it's fine. Oh yeah, I was gonna get this upgrade. I could just wait till next turn. There's no reason to do it now. Don't lose anything by waiting a turn. And I can potentially get that as well next turn. Okay, I think we're done here. Don't have a lot of damage for my next turn. Guess I'll have this card. Focus will be worse next turn because I won't have any more Viren unless I can recruit one. Okay, that's fine. We'll stop there. So I lose all my armor I generated. Discard played tactics. These are all tactics. Unspent actions are lost. Boop. Refill the battlefield. 1, 2. This one's fast, doesn't count. And there's 3. There's the last. There's another boss enemy. Not the last. I don't know. Does 4 damage when we defeat that one. Okay. Advanced threat by 1. So we skip over this because it has yellow on it. So we go to here. We can refresh cards here. I think we want to get rid of both of these. Although this one could be good if we get something like an ally that's expensive to play. I feel like we're generating a lot of actions. We'll just put those cards down. Summon 2 more. That only costs. That would be pretty good. Rage and 1 extra damage. I like this one. I could put this in that card in my hand. It costs. Okay, yeah. All right, so we advanced that. So now we got to upcreep. We gain 3 actions. Refresh allies. So we've got these 2 allies, which is really good. Now we draw 3 cards from this core. We'll choose this higher level core deck. And this is going to reset after this. Do X. X is equal to your current armor. If this effect defeats a threat, that card costs 2 less actions to play. Ooh, man. Got rid of all of our... This makes our allies really strong. I don't love this card. All right, sorry about that. My goodness, it's not a good night to be making a video. People are trying to, it's New Year's Eve, it just turned New Year's Day, so people are blowing their hands off or doing something. Anyway, where was I? I don't have the thing that reduces the cost, so I'm not going to take that. I don't love this card. I have a few ways to gain armor. I have an ally that gives me armor. It's probably worth it. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take this card for our draft. Okay, now main phase. So first we'll play Improvised Plan. It does 1 damage. Let's see. Anything with taunt? No, nothing has taunt. How much health does everything have? That has 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. If I defeat this, I can do 4 to that. Looking at our hand, this will do... My ally will do 2, plus this one will do 3 to that. So we'll do this 1 damage here. So this one had 3, now it has 2 health left. This is the first card you play this turn. Randomly select 2 cards from your hand. Those cards cost 1 less to play until the end of the turn. So hopefully we hit our 2 1-cost cards because I guess we could have played our other 0-cost card first. Oh, I can't play it first because it has to be the first card. Okay, well, we'll just shuffle under the table and then randomly flip out 2. So we'll either hit both the 1-cost up cards or we'll just hit one of them and then hit our 0-cost card. Right, trying to forget where we're at. So 1 and 2. Okay. No one's going to believe I'm not cheating. So both these cards are free to play now. Great. Great, great, great. So let's exhaust this. This does 2 damage because we have 1 more bug in our hand, so we'll do 2 damage here. When exhausted, we gain an action and 2 armor. So when this is defeated, we do 4 damage. So we'll do 4 to this thing with 4 health. This does a boss damage when we defeat it. We're just going to go for here. I guess this has 3 health now. So we did 4 to this thing. Get a credit for defeating this thing. Ooh, this gives us armor. And then we have shield detonation in our hand. It's happening. We're also really close to leveling up, so we kind of need to keep some cards back. Maybe we keep this combo in our hands, the shield generation plus shield detonation. See if we can do enough damage though without playing it though. That's the tricky bit. Okay, this gives us 2 credits. I think we tap that now. Gain 2 more, puts us to 5. Do I have any council cards? I did like this card for dig up a secret. Man, we need some damage. Got some damage. I just want to have enough damage for next turn. Oh, yeah, I can pay 2 actions to get rid of a card once per turn. Might want to consider doing that. These all do 1 damage, I'm pretty sure, which is not spectacular. I'm not level 3 yet, so I can't do the bottom effect on this. Okay, I really don't want to take damage just to avoid leveling up. Maybe we could put some damage onto this money card. Ugh, I don't like this card. I like it, yeah. Let's see. So I think we do this. This costs 2 to add to this card. So we'll pay 2, we'll put it in this card. This also adds a card from our discard pile to our hand. It's level 3 or lower. Let's look at that and see. We probably refresh some allies. Probably what we should grab. Oh wow, this card is crazy. Yeah, I think we're going to take that card. I'm probably going to play that this turn then. So if we play this, so we get to move our disc, do 2 damage. Everything has 2 health. Just do 2 to this thing, which is going to be a basic strike. Put that in our hand. Choose a card from your discard, add it to your hand, so we'll do that. Card we talked about. So let's just refresh both of our allies. So then we're going to play that this turn. Oh yeah, I need to refresh this. It's a good one. 2 damage. Yeah, see, like these are the same effect, but the backside is much better for this card. Kind of want to. If I'm going to refresh allies this turn, I'm going to get even more money. So I think we're going to put this on. Put this on our money card, I guess. So pay 2 for this. We'll play this money card. Gives us 1 money back. Do 2 damage to this thing. That card didn't cost any actions to play. Okay, I think these cards are free to play this turn, if I remember correctly. But I kind of want to save them for next turn, now that I think about it. So I can have a big turn after I get all my hand cards lost. Oh, wait. I don't even know. Okay, this is free. Yeah, maybe we just hold back on these 3 cards. Maybe we could just bonk. Spend 2 actions to take out this thing. Spend 2 actions to get rid of a card from our discard before we do that. That'd be all of our actions. We'll lose this card when we level up, but that's fine. I don't like having a fast enemy set up for next turn. It's going to have 1 extra health too. That's kind of annoying. Maybe we just take 2 damage this turn. That seems silly. We have actions to spare. Maybe we don't bonk a card for 2 actions. Do 2 to this thing. We get this in our hand. We can spend 1 action to do 1 to that thing. It still has 1 health left. Do we have any? Oh yeah, I need to flip out a new card. I could upgrade something to do more damage. Ally when exhausted does damage. This is a really good card. Wish I could afford to buy this. I could do this. I'll just do 1, 2 to that, 1 to that, then 1 to that. Then we level up this turn. Yeah, I guess we're going to do that. I'll spend 1, get this card into one of my basic attacks. Place that with that card. Okay, so this does 2 and 1. So what we'll do is play this card for 1 action. Does 1 damage to something. Doesn't matter what it does to. Do it here. We'll use this thing to spend 2 actions to get rid of a card in our discard. Let's see if we've got any more basic strikes. Yep, let's get rid of that. Okay, then we'll play this last action. This does 3 damage, 2 and 1. So we'll do 1 here. This comes to our hand. The other 2 goes here. When defeated, this is 1 damage, so that'll carry over to the after we shuffle. This is the boss card. Does 1 damage here. So we have 1 damage floating after we shuffle or after we level up. So advance both level discs. Discard all allies and tactics from play. We have to discard down to 3, so we're going to discard this basic strike. So here's our hand, this triple Viren hand, looking pretty good. Discard down to 3 optionally, get rid of another card, get rid of this card as well. Solve any, oh yeah, boss specific effects. We need to take the top card of this, put it into our discard. Deck's a little thicker than I'm used to it being, maybe. I don't know. So right now the boss kind of has 7 health left. What we do to do 2 to this thing and then 5 to the actual boss. Only got 1 credit, which I don't like. Hopefully get our allies back soon. Okay, extra shuffling, we'll just call it there. Ooh, guys, 3 health. No, more than 3 health. So he took 1 damage. Right now it's at 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So he has 3 health left because I did 1 damage from the last card. This is going to go up in a second though, but whatever. Alright, so we'll call that into the turn. So armors, it should be at 0. Discard played stuff, lose unspent action, reset armor, refill the battlefield. Then advance danger by 1. 1, 2, 3. This guy's fast. Holy moly. This guy's fast. Fast taunter. Where was that enemy? This guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's down to 3. So when we advance threat by 1, we skip this, come here. I can pay 1 credit to get rid of a card. I don't really want to because all my cards are in my hand now. This guy's up to 4 now. So this guy is 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 2 is 6. This guy is 6. This guy is 1 plus 2, that's 3. This guy is 1 plus 2, that's also 3. This guy is 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 1 is 4. Just want to make sure I got everything. 1, 2, 2. It's. Oh yeah, I did 1 damage to that guy. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. That was the advance danger. Now up to upkeep. Gain 3 actions. Refresh allies. They're all gone. I'll draw 3 cards from this deck. 1, 2. Ooh, what is this? What are these cards? The top card of your deck. Play the top card of your deck, then lose health equal to its printed cost. After the threat phase, flip it back over as an active threat. Interesting. And if you can conspire, you heal. You may add tactic upgrades to this card, but they do not resolve when this card is played. You may add tactic upgrades. Oh, so you can put tactics on your ally. They don't resolve when it's played, but they resolve when you exhaust it. That is very interesting. And this one heals you and counts as 1 extra faction. That's good for Unite. Any good tactic upgrades I would want to add to that thing? 5 shield. Sounds pretty cool. I don't have enough money for that. Don't really like any of these cards. I should have taken that card maybe. Oh well. Being playing the top card isn't so bad. Maybe we should get this ally out early. Okay. Yeah, I think we should get this ally out early. So let's take this card. Get rid of the rest of these. Slot this in with a blue threat. That goes to hand. Okay. We don't have any money right now, so let's hold off on playing that card we just got until maybe we can upgrade it with something. So focus right now is 3. So this gives me 3 armor. This gives me 3 damage because I have 3 armor. This gives me armor 2. Let me refresh allies. Just don't think we're going to get the money to upgrade. I guess I can upgrade it once in play. So I'll also just play it now. Play that for 1. Wish I remembered if any of these were allies or not. Okay. Let's just play this card. Or let's exhaust this. Do I have enough money to buy any tactic upgrades? No, these are all expensive. Too expensive, unfortunately. Wish I could buy that. I need 1 more credit. I think I have 6 health though, so we'll tap this. This goes here. Then we'll play this card. This card is free to play. Gives me an action. Gives me 3 shield. Then I can refresh an ally, and it does 2 damage. What are we doing 2 damage to? Has to be here because this thing has taunt, I think. Yep. Knocks him down to 1. So I guess I'll play this card next. This card costs 1 action. Moves my disc forward again, which is good. That card's really good. Has focus shield, so I can gain You know what? Let's do the damage first before we do anything else on this card. So let's just roll back everything. So you can choose the order you kind of resolve the effects in. So I'm going to do the damage first because that might change what I do afterward. So I'll play that, do the damage here. When defeated, that does 2 damage to something else. What do I want to do this 2 damage to? Probably this thing. Yeah, let's knock this thing down to 4. We draw this into our hand. What is this card? Oh, this is that gain a card. Okay, so let's finish resolving this. Now we move our disc over. Now we gain shield based on focus. So which is 3. It's up to 6. I can lose any amount and do that much damage. This thing also, if I kill something with it, I get the card I draw costs 2 less actions to play. I could knock my shield down by 2, do that much damage, and then 4 will still take out everything. So I guess I might as well just do that. Knock this down by 2. Let's do that here. Okay. Then I think we play this card. So deal X. X is equal to your current shield. If it defeats a threat, that card costs 2 less actions to play to the end of the turn. So we'll go ahead and do that. Do it here. Takes out this thing with 4 health. We get 1 credit for defeating it. This costs 2 less actions to play. Okay, so this is free to play. Man. Kind of don't like this card anymore. How much United we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can look at the top. Wait, why is this card here? This card should be here, I think, or something. It's in the wrong deck. This card's free. Gotta remember that. I hold that for next turn for when I have a discard. Not really doing enough damage. Could put an upgrade onto my ally that I unexhausted. How much money can I afford? This card costs 4. I wish I could afford that. Maybe I can't afford that either. I need money. Where is all my money gone? We're gonna have to play this turn. All right, so I'll play this card. We don't have any cards in our discard, unfortunately, so. But we do get to do disc movement and 2 damage. We'll do 2 damage here. Add this to our hand. This does 3 damage. That was free to play because of that other thing. I remember now. Okay, so play this for 3 damage. Defeat this thing. When defeated, do 1 damage. We'll do it here. This comes into our hand. We do 1 damage to a boss threat. This knocks him down to 1. We'll go ahead and play this card. Our level disc can't advance anymore, but we look at the top 3 cards of the level 4 deck. Add 1 to our hand. I'm going to put this in our hand. Wish we could make it cheaper. Well, I have to take some damage this turn. 4 damage? Yeah, 4 damage is a lot. Oh, I have 4 armor, so I'll take 0 damage. I still can't afford any tactics. I could afford the shield, which is a crazy amount of shield. Wish I could put some crazy damage into it, though. I just don't have the money. Don't have the money. So we'll just wait till next turn. That card, I think I didn't pay an action for some cards, because I'm pretty sure I didn't have enough actions to play this last card in my hand, so I'll just say those are gone. Just hold on to this 1 card. Don't need to tap this thing anymore, so we'll be done there. So this guy does 1, 2, 3, 4 damage, which is all my armor, so I don't take any actual damage. Now we discard all of our tactics, which is a lot. Lose unspent action, reset armor to 0, refill the battlefield. This guy here. Got a taunter. Okay. This guy has 3 health. This guy also has 3 health. So everything has 3. That thing's taunting, though. Okay. Advance this so we can get rid of some stuff. That's good. This card is kind of expensive. I want to keep that money out. We have 2 of this exact same thing. Get rid of this one, I guess, since we have a lot of top upgrades. What else do I want to get rid of? I feel like I should get rid of 1 more so I can get something good for this guy. Yeah, we'll just stick with that for now. Oh, man. Alright, so that was advance of threats. Now we get our 3 action points. Okay, so now we're going to draft. So we could draft. Let's let you burn health to exhaust it. However, if we could buy this upgrade with it every time we exhaust it, it's 1 extra damage. I just don't have the, I don't know if I'm going to have the money or not. It's also 3 actions to play. I don't like that. We're going to go for the top deck, I believe. In the heart of the cards. So 3 cards. Ooh, that card's really good. Let's see what we got here. Focus X. That's going to be good later. Conspire. Return this card to your hand if you discard another card from play. From play. When this card enters your loose play, gain money. Until the end of your turn, all upgrades on tactics you play do damage. This will eventually be really good. I just gotta find my allies. This card's also just plainly good because you can return it to your hand. I think I'm gonna take this. Put the rest on the bottom. Then we reset our level disc. Okay, oh, I need to slot it with one of these, of course. All right, so Got 2 cards in our hand. We've got our main phase, so probably gonna start with the damage first. I don't really have a lot of money for upgrades. This costs this ability I don't need right now. I'm just gonna play this card, I guess, for 2. Oh, I forgot it was 2. Gross. Gross. All right, so it does 3 damage to this thing and then 2 damage to another thing. We'll do 2 here. This comes to my hand. Oh, if only I could have played this first. Oh, well, I can do 1 damage, which will then. So we'll play this. Does 1 damage here. So this comes to our hand. When defeated, advance the disc. Okay, so this does 3 damage, which we can use to defeat that. So we'll play this for our last action. So this thing defeated. It's just a basic strike. We knew that. We're out of actions. We don't. These are the last 2 cards in our hand. Really need some bugs. Kind of stalling right now. Okay. All right. This card played Tactics. Lose unspent actions, reset armor to 0, refill the battlefield. 2 taunters. Please don't be fast next. Okay, good. 2 taunters are out. That one only has 2 health. So that's pretty weak. This guy has, oh, he's gonna have 5 health. Ooh, the scaling's getting out of control now. Okay, hard mode, harder than I thought it was gonna be. Let's see how this goes to here. We can refresh. We can get rid of some more cards. We're definitely gonna get rid of this card because it's terrible. Get rid of one of these monies. Get rid of the top one, I guess. We'll hold out hope for something better. That and this. Okay. That is the danger. Now we gain 3 action points. Refresh allies, resolve upkeep. Did I not exhaust him again to go to there? What was I thinking? Oh well, my mistake. So now we're drafting 3 cards from here instead of the next one up. That is expensive. No way to reduce the action cost, so we're going to ignore that. Swap any card from hand with any card in play. Bargain 3, repeat the same effect and the effects of any upgrades on this card. I like being able to replay a card, it's fine. I like this one a lot actually. I'm going to take that, put the rest of these elsewhere. And we'll slot this into a sleeve. Okay. So let's play this card first. It costs 1 action. Does 4 damage. While this card's in play, each time you defeat a threat, you gain 1 money. Is there any upgrades I could have put into this thing first? No, not really. Okay. Knock this thing down to 1. I guess we're just going to play a strike to finish it off. Unfortunately, that costs another action. This comes to our hand. Oh, strikes in our discard. This costs 0. That's really good. We need that in our lives. So I have that, that, and that. That's 3 factions, so we get $3. So now we're up to $5. So we could slot this into this thing. And then we can just do 3 damage every time we tap it. I think we are going to do that. Unless there's a better upgrade. This one. It's also 3, but it's 3 in one place. 3 separate instances of 1 is better. Yeah, buy that for 5. Slot this into here because of its special ability. About a new thing. Ooh, that's a great card. Oh man, that costs 5. Oh, I defeated 1 threat, I think. Forgot about that ability where I get money when I defeat things. I think I've only defeated 1 thing so far. Okay. Let's go ahead and play this ally. No reason not to. So we exhaust this. Did we ever reset this? I don't think I played anything that moved my disc up this turn. No, I haven't. This should have reset when I drafted. All right, so we tap this. This goes up. We resolve the effects of all the tactic upgrades. So this 3 damage. So we'll do. Oh, this is taunt, so we have to do it here. So 1, 2, 3. So we gain 1 money plus 1 money from our other effect. Puts us back up to 3. We have an ally. That's good. So we'll play that ally. That's our last action. We'll exhaust this. When exhausted, we gain an action back. We gain 2 armor. And it does focus damage. So focus is based on how many bugs we have. 1, 2. Just 2. Knocks this down to 2. This also does 2, so we can finish this thing off. So we'll do 2 here. That kills it. We get 1 money because we defeated something. When defeated, do 4 damage. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is down to 1 health. This comes to our hand. It's one of those cards, so we'll use that to do 1 more damage to this thing. When defeated, each player moves their disc up 2 spaces. Awesome. 1, 2. Say less. You can spend 1 action to move your disc up and gain 1 health. Okay, so now we can actually do damage to the boss. Unfortunately, we're out of cards, so I could spend 1 action to. I mean, I'm not missing any health, and I can't move my disc any farther, so that doesn't really help me. So I guess we're done. Discard all tactics. So those go away. Lose all unspent action points. Reset armor to 0. Refill the battlefields. This guy has 1 health. This guy has some health and he's taunting. This guy's fast. This guy's not fast. Okay, so we almost leveled up, but we didn't quite, thankfully. Because I didn't want to lose all these allies. Would have been sad. Okay, advance this by 1. We could pay 1 credit to burn a card from our discard. Kind of want to keep my credits for when I level up, which you need to do 5 boss damage. So this last run through the deck should be it. I think there should be 5 cards in here to let us defeat the boss. All right, we had an original strategy where I was going to take out this, because if you take out this thing, you can pay an action and 2 credits to do damage. But I haven't been generating money this game anyway, super well, so I'm actually kind of glad I didn't do that one first. Okay, so we advance the danger. We're not going to pay the credit, I don't think. We're going to save it for upgrades. We need 1 more money, and we can buy this into this thing. Although he's about to die, he's about to go away, but either way, it's going to be crazy damage. Okay, all right, so upkeep. Gain 3 actions. Unexhaust our allies. So we'll draw 3 from a core deck. We'll draw from this top deck over here. Reset this now so we don't forget. This one does 13 damage. We split it among X targets. All cards into play, allies gain 1 exhausted. Trigger the effect twice. Holy moly, that's insane, but then I'm going to lose it immediately. It's also a bug. I think I have to take this, even though defeat 1 threat is so nice. Like defeating a threat for free is just always good, but ooh, man. Oh, 3 actions though. That's an expensive one. So the might of the resistance. Okay. We're going to lose all of our cards here really soon. It's going to be really super sad. So we can do 2 boss damage right here. Then it'll be down to 3 health. Problem is we're going to like have nothing to play next turn except for whatever we draft. Just need one more dollar somehow. We'll just save our money for a level up so we can afford to put upgrades on stuff that we gain. We'll be gaining some cards right now, so we'll just hold those in hand. Alright, so I'll play this for 1 action. All his cards in play. Resolve, exhaust. When exhausted, resolve the triggered effect twice. Oh boy, this is going to be a doozy. Okay, so we've got 3 bugs in play. So this does 3 damage when I exhaust it. This does 3 damage. This does 6 damage. So how much damage we got here? So this is 4 health. This is 5 health. This is 6 health, and it has taunt. So I guess what we'll do is tap this, which moves our thing forward twice because of this card, and it does 3 damage twice. That's 6. This guy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll defeat this. It goes to our hand. This moves forward. Okay. I think we're just going to use all of our allies and then try to just hold whatever cards we... I just realized I should have... Oh, I couldn't have spent one of those. I should have just tapped the other 2 allies first, but maybe. But oh well. Okay. So we'll tap this. This gives us 2 actions. Gives us 4 shield. It does 1, 2. It does 3 damage twice. So it does. We could do. What does this guy have? It's 5. All right, put these down. 2 plus 3 is 5. This guy has 1 plus 3 is 4. This guy has 1 health left. So because we're doing 3 twice. So we'll do it here twice. Just defeat this guy. When he's defeated, he does 3 damage. We'll knock this thing down to 1. And this comes into our hand. It gets discarded. We do 1 damage to a boss enemy. So now we can start hitting the main boss. So he's down to 4. We'll play exhaust this. Focus. So this does 3 damage twice. So we'll do it here and here. So we'll do it here first. This comes to our hand. Then we'll do it here. This comes to our hand and it has a when defeated 4. So that when defeated 4 is going to apply to the next thing. So this goes away. It does a boss damage. So because we level up now, we're going to lose all these cards. Fortunately. Okay, advance both this. This one can advance. This one does. Discard all tactics and allies from play. Discard down to 3. We've only got 2 cards in our hand. Got a little bit of money though. Optionally get rid of a card. Let's do that. Let's see if there's any strikes in here that we don't need. Here's a basic strike. Don't like those cards at all. Let's get rid of that. Man, this deck is so fat now. Oh yeah, we're gonna add one of these too. Resolve any boss effects. We add this to our deck. Discard. Then we shuffle and add it here. I have so many actions and I just don't have any way to use them. I guess I could use this. Hopefully it's not going to be enough damage to kill anything. Though next turn I'm going to need all the actions for that, I guess. Well, I could upgrade this thing this turn. There's no good top upgrades to do damage, and it's only got a top slot available. Could upgrade the ally to do damage when I exhaust them. We just need to do 3 more damage. pay money. Don't need any of those things. Okay, try not to look at what I'm doing since there's stuff on both sides. Okay, we'll just call it there. That's a boss enemy. We don't skip red, so it'll still be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 health. Oh, right, the last thing did 4 damage, right? So this is down to 1. And we might actually just win this turn, I guess. We just go for it. So I'll play this. It gives me $1. Does 2 damage. We'll do 2 damage here. When defeated, does 4 damage. This does 1 damage to the boss. So that 4 damage goes here. This thing has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's down to 1. We could buy this, slot into this ally, play it this turn, tap it, take that guy out. Probably worth it, right? It's cost 3. Slot it into here. Okay, go ahead and tap this. Gives us 2 credits. When exhausted, do 1 damage. We'll do it here. This is a boss enemy. Knocks us down to 1. It does 4 damage when defeated. This enemy has 4 health exactly. So we'll defeat this thing. And lo and behold, that's another boss card. That's the last health of the boss. All right. That is hard mode. It wasn't too bad, unless I cheated somewhere. Maybe, hopefully I didn't. Expert seems like it scales like super fast, because like we would have skipped this. So we would have skipped 1 more. So we would have had those 1 extra health earlier. So we would be all the way up to here. Like enemies would have had extra health much sooner. Would have been much more challenging. Yeah, but yeah, that is Unstoppable on hard with Julida versus the Triumvirate. I really like that the entire turn sequence is right here. Game's super simple. There's not a lot of extra little small rules you can forget. Like it's basically just all written right here. The rules are really simple. The sort of complication or interactions come from the cards themselves. So I really like that. Only thing I'd say the only nitpick I have about this game is just like the having to unsleeve everything and re-sleeve, unsleeve everything at the end of the game, basically. And having to shuffle these kind of weirdly shaped cards. I wish that they were like plastic or like CTG production, But yeah, I really like this game. It's spectacular. Can't wait to play more of it. I hope they release more bosses. I know they have an expansion with more characters. I feel like the first 2 bosses play similar but different. Then the 3rd boss plays like very completely different. There's like this deck of like plot cards, and you kind of like choose this like branching path system. And the only goal in that game, that last deck, is to reach an ending. And there's a lot of different endings you can reach based on which planet you go to, whether you bribe people you talk to or you fight them. It's got a whole story, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, that is Unstoppable. If you made it all the way to the end, thanks for watching. You are seen and appreciated. Happy New Year. Hopefully you didn't blow off any appendages. And yeah, we'll have some Shred of Redemption by Artem, which I'm really excited about. Should be coming up here in a week or so. So, all right, peace out.